Hi, this is Laura from LiveVisions.com, and I just wanted to give you a little information and about how important it is to be your own advocate sometimes in regards to your health. And the reason is because of what happened to me. So, first thing I want to say is, I had been feeling funny for a while, like fluttering, and I was super tired. I didn't understand why. And I remember telling the doctor in the doctor's office that I was so tired. And he's like, well, you're a new mom and this and this. And I said, no, but this is different, and I shouldn't get winded going up a flight of stairs. And there was always an excuse as to, oh, well, you're young, so it can't be anything and this and this. So one day, my heart was beating funny. And I said, screw this. I went straight away to the emergency room. They did a bunch of tests. Everything came back normal. But I said, look, my mom died of atherosclerosis, which is hardening of the arteries, plus she had a deformed mitral valve. But if they had found that, it could have saved her life. But she was dismissed. When she went to the hospital, they said, oh, you just lost your husband. You're emotional. And like, she was an emotional female who needed a therapist. She went home, and 2 months later, she was found dead. So I told the nurse this, and I said to her to tell my doctor, like, don't dismiss me. So she said, in order for me to have this ultrasound done of my heart, I needed to have a referral from my doctor. So mind you, I knew that I saw something bad in my solar return in regards to my health. It was already there, and then when this happened, I said, no, I'm going to take this seriously, because that solar return was not a nice solar return as far as health was for me. So she called the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, she's so young, she doesn't need it, this and this. And, I said to him, don't dismiss me, because they dismissed my mother and she ended up dead. So finally, he finally agreed to do the test, and it saved my life. They found a tumor in, my heart, and if it was loose, and if it had dislodged, it would have went into my carotid and killed me instantly, or it would have given me a massive stroke. So my point is, trust your intuition. If a doctor tells you no, you don't want to do the test because of you're young or whatever, screw that. You better fight tooth and nail for your own health and be an advocate for yourself, and get done what you need done. Screw whatever anybody tells you. They don't want to do it. They're fluffing you off because you're an emotional female or whatever it is. And I did find out from a surgeon that says that a lot of women get pushed away in the ER when they have a heart problem because they attribute it to other things. So be your own advocate. Push, 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 my advice. And I do want to say one thing. I do have two things in my chart. Well, one thing in my chart. I have a Kazemi, which is my Sun and Venus are in the 8th house. Exact minute, exact degree. And it has saved my life twice. I had a stroke in 2000, and I had no neurologic deficits, and they found it by accident. I went in for an MRI for something else, and they found that I had a bleed, and they couldn't get over how I was okay with no neurological deficits. Then this time, even the surgeon was shocked and said, I can't believe we found this, because it's a test that we wouldn't have ordered. We only did it because you demanded the test, but you saved your life. So twice. So I'm telling you, this happened in my life, and I'm just going to tell you that if you have a gut feeling or an intuition, or you look at your own solar return and see something you don't like, be your own advocate and fight, fight, fight for the test that you want, and listen to your gut feeling. And I want to say too, I hate doing solar returns for people. I don't do them. I was doing them before, and I stopped because I don't ever want to. You could see a lot of nasty shit in a solar return, and I don't want to be the one to tell somebody this. So I do solar return reports that are automatically generated on my website that are, nice to have. They're very accurate too. But I don't ever want to be, I saw my solar return, and I was just like, this is not going to be a great year. This is not going to be good for me, So, and anyway, my point is that I'm saying is, don't ever let any doctor fluff you off or tell you you're too young, or you couldn't have that, you're too young. There's no age on an illness. There is no age on a tumor. There's no age on cancer. There's no age on, and so to me, it's ridiculous that even that was told to me, But if I hadn't have pushed, I wouldn't be here today, because they told me later on, when after they found my tumor, that I was a ticking time bomb, and that I wouldn't live very long if I had left it that way. So I saved my life twice in my life. This is the second time, and then 2000 is the first time I did, and then this is the second time. So be your own advocate. You know, push. If you don't feel well, and if you're a woman and you go to the ER for some sort of a health thing and they said, oh, you have anxiety or you're being paranoid or hypochondriac, screw that. You tell them, you fight until you get that test that you want, or you go to another doctor. So anyway, I'm just letting you know this because I think it's important to be your own advocate and not, you know, a lot of women listen to their doctor. You know, I could have been like, well, he says I'm so young and it's so stupid to get this test, why get it? I could have listened to him, and if I did, I would have been dead. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there, you know, because if my experience could save someone else's life, then I think, you know, I'd like to do that because, I mean, it was a scary thing. It really was. So anyway, I just want to say thank you for your thoughts and prayers, and those of you who sent birthday wishes today, thank you so much. But I just want to say a lot of you have really sent me kind words, personal emails, and, you know, and that person who sent me the email yesterday, I prayed for your mom. But I want to say, you know, a lot of Uranus was hitting my Chiron when this was happening. And Uranus is hitting my Chiron. It's 2 degrees away from my Sun-Venus Cazimi. I have a Cazimi, that Sun-Venus exact conjunction. So it was like almost hitting that exactly, you know. And so anyway, this was no fun. And when I saw this transit and I saw my solar return and I knew, so when my heart started being funny and I knew it was close to my birthday, I'm like, I better not, this could be something serious after looking at my solar return. So anyway, astrology could be a great tool to help you in your life and figure things out, but nobody wants to see something negative in a chart, you know. And I was trying to think positive. I'm like, well, maybe it's just my work stuff. Maybe it's not going to be health. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. But intuitively, I knew. And I'll be honest with you, the minute, you know, I have this psychic thing about me, and I don't like that I have it, is it sucks. I'll tell you, it does. And after I had the baby, I remember about a month or two after I had her, I cried and cried. And my sister's like, why are you crying? I said, because I have a feeling something's going to happen to me within the next year or two. And I may not be here for her. And she's like, that's not you. Why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that? Why are you worried about that? And I just, you know, I was so worried about it. But knock on wood, crossing my fingers that I'm going to be okay now. Okay, but hopefully I saved my life. I'm good. But anyway, be your own advocate. And if somebody tells you you don't, you know, no to a test, you demand one because it's your life. Okay. Anyway, I just thought I should put that out there. And thank you again for all the thoughts and prayers that you guys have sent. It really does mean a lot to me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.